Lil Durk's trial is beginning soon. Lil Durk's court case from 2019 with King Von has been forgotten and kept quiet from the music industry. But there is no hiding it anymore, as the judge in his case announced new evidence against the Chicago rapper. In Lil Durk's latest songs, he's been saying things such as, "Everything said in this video is all props, just in case the police listening." That was in his song AHHH, and even in his new song Rumors, he says the lyrics, "Smirk, you be tripping, you better put your case first." Lil Durk is preparing for this trial in any way that he can. The forgotten case of Lil Durk begins in 2019. Rappers Lil Durk and King Von were out in Atlanta at a restaurant called The Varsity. As outside of the club, law enforcement claim they have now found video evidence of Lil Durk using a firearm towards an individual named Alexander Witherspoon. This was after Durk and King Von snatched his chain and stole $30,000 worth of cash from the individual. According to the official police reports, records claim that the two rappers were at a recording studio throughout the night. When their session was complete, they headed over to the Varsity for late night dinner before heading home. King Von and Lil Durk are seen on video walking up to the restaurant. At the corner of one of their eyes, they turn their heads and notice a man standing in the parking lot just outside of his vehicle. They notice that it is a man named Alexander Witherspoon. They point towards the individual before quickly running behind the building. This is when allegedly both rappers put their hoods up and start walking towards Alexander Witherspoon. A small conversation then breaks out. This was before a full-out brawl ends up happening. King Von and Durk snatch his chain and rob him for $30,000 worth of cash. While in the process of it all going down, they were able to find his car keys. King Von and Durk then proceed to steal his vehicle and start driving away. When driving away, video footage caught one of the two rappers sticking their arm out of the window and using a firearm towards Witherspoon while he was on the ground. Once that was done, they then were seen quickly driving away from the scene before ditching the vehicle in a side street and going home on foot. A warrant then went out for Lil Durk's arrest. Before turning himself into jail, he released his hit song Turn Myself In, claiming that he is innocent in this case and will get through it with no issues. A judge granted Lil Durk and King Von bond in this court case as Alexander Witherspoon did not pass from the injuries. Lil Durk's bond was $250,000, with King Von's being $300,000. Conditions were made that they are not allowed near firearms and they have to have a restraining order against each other, which means they're no longer able to go anywhere near each other. They have to stay a certain amount of feet or yards away. This is the reason Lil Durk was not with King Von on the day that he sadly passed in Atlanta, just in case you didn't know. The judge in this court case recently has found probable cause to charge Durk for the act alongside 5 other charges involving street activities and holding firearms as a convicted felon. New evidence has been coming out in this case, as the security footage that they originally had wasn't good enough quality to tell whose arm stuck out the window and used the firearm. Apparently, they're now able to use new technology that only the feds have, and it's a much more clear video, so it gives you a much better idea of who it was. The court case has been getting delayed for quite some time due to real-life issues the world's been facing, as well as the passing of King Von. Online lawyers are claiming for the charges Durk would be facing for this case, if he's found guilty, is 15 to 20 years in prison. Depending on Lil Durk's criminal history, he may not even have the chance of house arrest either, especially with how he treated his time on bond for his case. Once the trial begins, Lil Durk will be evaluated on how he treated his time on bond. The latest issues with NBA YoungBoy will most likely be revealed, as Durk released his new song AHHH, which featured some very interesting lyrics and sneak disses towards NBA YoungBoy. The lyrics goes by saying, "We've been sliding through they blocks and they don't know we have. Buddy got hit and we can't claim it, but I can show his. Guys are really like that since my Brody passed. Just got out the feds. You bring up my M's with your police. I told Vaughn to leave her alone, she posts on the fans." Now these lines are clearly at NBA YoungBoy, as he mentions, "Guys are really like that since my Brody passed." As right here Lil Durk is talking towards King Von's passing. NBA YoungBoy has been talking about King Von's passing as if he's the one who did it. Durk previously wrote to YoungBoy saying, "Don't claim it if you ain't do it. You still a B, hashtag the voice." And with the line Durk says, "We've been sliding through they blocks and they don't know we have, Buddy got hit and we can't claim it, but I can show his." This line cannot be used against Lil Durk in court, but law enforcement can use this line as a motive for just going through people that live on NBA YoungBoy's block to see if anyone recently came across an issue where firearms were involved. If they are able to find anyone, then it's not that hard to put it together that it's most likely the boys from O Block getting revenge on NBA YoungBoy's crew for what they did to King Von. And this line alone can cause a lot of issues for Lil Durk going forward, as he just self-snitched on not only him, but his entire crew. Lil Durk even mentions the line, "I told Vaughn to leave her alone, she post on the fans," referring to one of NBA YoungBoy's ex-girlfriends named Janiyah. King Von was talking to this ex-girlfriend behind the scenes. This is what made NBA YoungBoy start beef with Vaughn over a year ago. Some even say that NBA YoungBoy was behind King Von's passing, as YoungBoy masterminded a situation to set up King Von in the middle of the street in Atlanta on the night that he passed, as the people that did the act towards Von are all a part of YoungBoy's crew. And you can't forget to add the very serious situation involving Tekashi 6ix9ine. Theories claim that 6ix9ine disappeared from social media because of Lil Durk. Around the time King Von sadly passed, 6ix9ine did a lot on social media, posting selfies with King Von's faces on t-shirts, with even adding captions saying, "He really thought y'all loved him, he believed y'all. If he ain't slide for his brother who got hit in his head, then you thought different." Obviously, this being at Lil Durk for not doing anything to defend King Von. This viral video then started floating around the internet. So in this video, 6ix9ine has no security or anyone with him. Allegedly, these are members of OTF running up on 6ix9ine while he was in his parked vehicle. So here's the video that I'm talking about. So after this video went around online, a very concerning photo was attached to the thread. So in this photo you see 6ix9ine getting a cast put onto his arm, and there was a second photo with it, but I can't share it due to 6ix9ine having many bruises on his face. Theories then started floating around the internet saying that Lil Durk finally did something to defend King Von, and he didn't want 6ix9ine to continue running his mouth towards Durk. And the strange thing is, ever since this video was posted with these photos, 6ix9ine completely disappeared off of social media. He hasn't posted an Instagram picture, hasn't even made a tweet. So this will obviously be investigated too, and to see if it has any sort of correlation with Lil Durk, which I don't really think it does. But if you enjoyed the video, leave a like on it and don't forget to subscribe if you're new. I'm out, peace.